Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is M. Ikhlasul Zikri, and today I will explain about Case 30. The King Sleeps. What is the case about? So, we will talk about King Scooter business. King Scooters have been the undisputed leaders in the scooter market for over 4 decades. Their market share have always been above 70%. Things, however, don't seem to be going in the favor of the company for past couple of years. While their market share has constantly been falling in the scooter market from 70.5% in 1995 to 65.1% in 1998. The scooter markets, which the company dominated for so many years, has itself shrunk from 45% of the total two-wheeler market in the 1995 to 36% in the 1998. But even in the motorcycle market, where King have been the leader with the 29.5% market share in the 1995, it has been pushed to the second position with 27.4% share, while Hiro Masuka has emerged a clear number one with 38% market share. King was heavily banking on the success of its newly launched Caliber motorcycle. Initially, Caliber seems to be doing well. Nearly 30K were sold in the month, but soon the enthusiasm was out. The offtake of a Caliber has fallen to 10K per month, and King has been forced to slash price by 90 euro. The company return on equity has been falling from 33.7% to 22.1% between 1995 until 1998. Its operating profit margin has come down from 22.4% to 90.5% during the same period. The mood at the canteen of the company at its plant in Sheffield has been serious and heated. A group of 10 until 12 executives of the company is hotly discussing the future of the company. Armando Torres, a senior marketing executive, is of the opinion that King made a mistake in tying up with the Kawasaki for motorcycle. Kawasaki expertise lay in the making bikes with superior engine power, while the Spanish buyers still valued fuel economy over engine power, felt Torres. Javi El Cardufo, on the other hand, felt that the problem lay with the channel member. The King dealers had got used to selling its scooter, which did not require running after customers. On the contrary, King Scooter had always commanded a premium and had a long waiting period. Margus Segundo, a young executive in the dealer relation department, was of the opinion that the company should not have sold motorcycle and scooter through the same dealers. Certainly, these were different products targeted at different buyers, which called for different approach. Manuel Menendez, a King dealer who happened to suddenly drop in, felt that King faced problems in product launch. King has been rather quick at launching two-wheelers, until 4 in the last year alone. This resulted in a confusion at the dealers before they could understand a product the company launched another, making it difficult for the dealer to convince customers. Fernando Villalobos, a young management graduate who recently employed as the sales engineer, disagrees with all of them. He is the opinion that the King today is bearing the fruit of the customer neglect over many years. The golden era of the company saw the dealer as well as the company failing to come up to the expectation of the customer. The opening up to the market the entry of the number of players who immediately treat the neglected customer with kid gloves, and the changing requirement of the demanding customer who was ready to pay more for better future all caught up to bring forth the present problem of the company. And then this is the question of the case. The first is analyze the performance of King scooters. The second is evaluate the different problems faced by the company currently. Third is what in your opinion is the cause of the current woes of the company. The answer is the answer for number one. King Scooter is successfully leading the scooter market for over 4 decades, with premium product as their main market strategy both on the scooter and the motorcycle market. Then we will look at the King Scooter performance based on growth strategy theory. Grow by building market share. King intend to build strong market share for a long time, which proven in the King scooter market share in scooter market with above 70% for over 4 decades. The second, grow by building a powerful brand. King is successfully building a powerful brand in a short time period, which proven in King's new product called Caliber motorcycle with 30K product sold on the first month. In bahasa, King Scooter telah berhasil memimpin pasar skuter lebih dari 4 dekade. Dengan memasang harga premium sebagai strategi marketing utama mereka, baik itu di pasar skuter maupun di pasar sepeda motor. Lalu, kita akan lihat performa King Scooter dalam segi teori strategi perkembangan. Pertama, berkembang dengan membangun pasar saham. King berniat untuk membangun perkembangan saham perusahaan mereka dalam kurun waktu yang lama. Terbukti dari data pasar skuter mereka yang di atas 70% hingga lebih dari 4 dekade. Yang kedua, berkembang dengan membangun brand yang kuat. King telah sukses membangun brand yang cukup kuat dalam kurun waktu yang singkat. Terbukti dengan produk baru mereka yakni motor Caliber dengan penjualan sebanyak 30.000 pada bulan pertamanya. Then, the answer for number 2, so King Scooter is successfully leading the scooter market for 4 decades, but over a period of time, they cannot maintain their brand growth, which had a big impact on their long-term marketing strategy. Then, we will look at the King Scooter marketing strategy problem based on the growth strategy theory. We will know that first is growth by building your market share. King cannot maintain their market share, which proven in the King scooter market share data with 70.5% to 95.1% in 1995 until 1998, and motorcycle market share data with the 45% decrease to 36% in 1995 until 1998. The second is grow by building powerful brand. King cannot maintain their Caliber motorcycle brand for a long-term time, which proven with the falling of the customer enthusiasm and resulting on the falling from the return of equity value from 33.7% to 22.1% between 1995 until 1998, and operating profit margin from 22.4% until 19.5% during the same period. Next is grow by innovating new products, service, and experience. King only focus on premium product quality, with long waiting period which impact on their market segmentation and enthusiasm of the customer as little as compared with the other competitor. Then about the service and experience, the King's dealer didn't provide the scooter with the running after customer, which mean customer will afraid to buy their product without a warranty, repairing service, and testimony service. Last is grow by acquiring merger and alliance. Kings didn't want to merge their brand and dealer based on the product market itself. They intend to set the King scooter as their main brand both on the scooter and the motorcycle product. In bahasa, jadi King Scooter telah berhasil memimpin pasar skuter lebih dari 4 dekade. Namun, setelah beberapa tahun berlanjut, mereka tidak dapat mempertahankan perkembangan brand mereka, yang mana berdampak besar pada strategi marketing jangka panjangnya. Lalu, kita akan mengetahui permasalahan King Scooter berdasarkan teori strategi perkembangan sebagai berikut. Yang pertama, berkembang dengan membangun pasar saham. King tidak dapat mengelola pasar saham mereka, yang mana terbukti dalam data King Scooter pada sektor pasar skuter dengan menurun dari 70,5% ke 65,1%, dari 1965 hingga 1968. Dan dalam sektor saham sepeda motor dengan hasil menurun dari 45% ke 36% dari 1995 hingga 1998. Yang kedua, berkembang dengan membangun brand yang kuat. King tidak mampu mengelola salah satu brand sepeda motor mereka, yakni Caliber, dalam jangka waktu yang lama, di mana hal ini terbukti dengan menurunnya antusiasme pelanggan dan berdampak pada turunnya angka pengembalian ekuitas dari 33,7% ke 22,1% pada 1995 hingga 1998, dan margin laba operasi menurun dari 22,4% ke 19,5% pada periode yang sama. Selanjutnya, berkembang dengan berinovasi dalam produk, pelayanan, dan pengalaman yang baru. King hanya berfokus pada produksi produk berkualitas premium dengan proses memakan waktu yang lama, di mana dampaknya akan mempengaruhi kecilnya pasar segmentasi dan antusiasme pelanggan bila dibandingkan dengan kompetitor lainnya. Lalu, mengenai pelayanan dan pengalaman, dealer dari King juga tidak menyediakan pelayanan setelah pembelian, sehingga pelanggan akan merasa takut untuk membeli produk mereka tanpa garansi, pelayanan perbaikan, dan pelayanan testimoni. Yang terakhir, berkembang dengan akuisisi, pemisahan, dan bersekutu. King tidak ingin memisahkan brand dan dealer mereka berdasarkan pasar produknya. Mereka berniat untuk menjadikan King Scooter sebagai brand utama mereka, baik dari pasar skuter maupun pasar sepeda motor. This is the answer for number 3. I think, is it because of their premium pricing strategy? King intend to set their product at a high price to give the impression to customer that the product itself have high quality and exclusive. But in reality, King cannot provide the product and service quality as well as the price must customer pay to them. On the other hand, customer also challenging them with lower price offering, with changing customer perception about the product itself is worth less than it used to be. In bahasa, menurut saya itu karena strategi pemasangan harga premium mereka. King berniat untuk memasang harga produk mereka dengan harga yang tinggi untuk memberikan impresi kepada pelanggan mereka bahwa produk mereka memiliki kualitas yang tinggi dan eksklusif. Namun, kenyataannya, King tidak mampu menyediakan kualitas produk dan pelayanan yang setimpal dengan nilai yang pelanggan harus bayar. Di sisi lain, kompetitor juga bersaing dengan menjual produk yang sama dengan harga yang lebih murah, sehingga hal ini dapat mengubah persepsi pelanggan mengenai produk King yang seharusnya bernilai lebih rendah. So, I think this is enough for today. Thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.